啦。咁咧，首先好多謝大家今日抽時間出席我哋 Ontario eSchool 同埋 KPU 聯合嘅一個講座啦。咁我就係 Yoyo，我就係 Ontario eSchool 其中一個嘅 Education Counselor 嚟嘅。咁咧今日咧我哋會有兩 part 嘅。咁第一 part 咧就會係由我啦去介紹一下 Ontario eSchool 同埋 OSSD 呢一個 curriculum 呢一個 diploma 嘅program 啦。咁然之後咧，下半部分咧就會由 KPU 嘅代表 Jackie 咧去為我哋介紹下 KPU 呢間大學有啲咩特別嘅收生要求啊，同埋佢哋嘅校園設施啊、環境啊等等嘅。咁我都好快咁樣講一個我哋學校先啦。咁我哋學校咧個中文名啦就係叫做加拿大加拿大安省網上中學。咁英文咧就係叫做 Ontario eSchool。咁咧顧名思義咧，我哋就係一間嘅網上中學啦。咁但係都唔需要擔心嘅，因為我哋咧雖然話係網上中學，但係我哋係一間已經喺安省教育局註冊咗嘅一間高中啦。亦都有呢一個嘅所謂 BSID 呢個註冊編號，咁所以基本上家長同埋學生咧，佢哋上翻去安省嘅嗰個官網都會見到我哋學校嘅。咁而我哋學校所 provide 嘅嗰個嘅 diploma 啦，就係同安省當地學生嘅一模一樣，都係叫做 Ontario Secondary School Diploma，簡稱 OSSD。咁我哋主要嚟講咧，都係for Grade 9，即係中三去到 Grade 12中六嘅學生啦。咁佢哋就需要喺我哋呢度完成啲畢業要求，咁佢哋就可以用呢一個 OSSD 嘅成績去報大學噶啦。咁咧，大家可以見到咧，PowerPoint 上邊咧有兩張嘅證書嘅。一張藍藍地色嘅咧，就係一張叫做 transcript 嘅證書。咁 transcript 咧，即係佢哋嘅成績表啦。咁呢一張嘅成績表咧，就會記錄晒學生佢哋喺 OSST 嘅時候讀咗嘅咩科，同埋讀咗嗰個科嘅分數。咁然之後另一張咧就係嗰個diploma 啦，就係畢業證書嚟嘅。咁呢一張畢業證書咧，同你喺香港嘅學校啦，最唔同嘅地方咧，就係香港嘅中學畢業嘅時候，你所攞嘅畢業證書咧，係由嗰一間中學去頒發俾你嘅。咁但係 OSSD 嘅證書咧，就係直接由教育局嗰邊去出嘅。咁所以當你攞住呢兩張 cert 去報世界各地唔同嘅大學嘅時候咧，咁就嗰間學校就一睇就知道啊，原來你係讀加拿大安省嘅呢個 diploma 嘅。咁佢哋就會知道你係用邊一個嘅 curriculum 啦，同埋就會知道你哋嘅收分啊、要求啊等等各樣嘢嘅。咁我哋頭先都有講啦，我哋係一間 e-school 啦，但係我哋最唔同嘅地方咧，並唔係話俾學生佢哋係睇 video 嘅，我哋所有嘅 class 咧全部都係 in person，即係咧。學生係需要同老師實時面對面咁樣樣上堂，咁咧就係為咗確保啦，學生有一定嘅同老師嘅 interaction 啦，所以咧學生係需要開鏡頭，同埋咧如果老師問問題咧都需要開咪去作答嘅，因為咧教育局嗰邊啦隨時都會有 inspection 啦，咁佢哋就會嚟我哋學校度睇翻啲片段，去證明翻我哋學生同埋老師係咪真人。咁所以你會見到我哋全部嘅學生就好似呢一個畫面咁咧，都係要打開翻鏡頭嘅。咁咧，而且我哋除咗係有 face to face 即係叫做 online，但係實時嘅上堂之外啦，每一個學生咧都會有一個嘅 individualized 嘅 support 嘅。咩意思咧？即係話其實每一個學生咧，佢哋都會有一個嘅 counselor 去跟住啦，one on one 咁樣樣去跟住佢哋嘅讀書嘅情況。包括咗佢哋第時會揀咩科啦，揀啲咩科係可以配合到佢哋大學想入嘅科系或者係想入嘅大學啦。我哋嘅 counselor 咧都會去同佢度身訂做一個屬於佢哋自己嘅 study plan，咁就幫佢哋去跟住呢一條 path 去讀書去畢業，然之後幫佢哋咧去揾到佢哋想讀嘅大學同埋學科嘅。咁除咗呢樣嘢之外啦，我哋嘅 eSchool 所有嘅 class 啦同埋 schedule 啦都係好 flexible 嘅，包括咗其實我哋有好多唔同領域、唔同範疇嘅班啦，以至去譬如去到最基本嘅 Grade 9，去到我哋最高 level 嘅 Grade 12，都有好多唔同嘅學科可以俾學生選擇嘅。譬如你會見到啦，除咗有最 common 嘅 Phy Chem Bio 一啲譬如係 finance、econ 之外咧，我哋都有一啲係譬如 law 啦。有啲係 accounting 啦，甚至乎有啲係會教你創業，有啲係叫做 computer science 等等呢一啲嘅科目，我哋都會有提供嘅。咁最唔同嘅地方咧，同香港就係我哋呢一啲嘅選修科咧，通常都係比較接近小朋友第時去大學會讀到嘅一啲嘅 knowledge 嚟嘅。咁譬如好似 computer science 咁啦，我哋真係咧會教學生去揼曲啦、寫 program 啦等等。咁所以比起一般嚟講所謂本地學校嘅 ICT 課程咧，我哋嘅呢啲 course 咧，甚至乎你話 OSSD 所提供嘅 course 其實係比起一般嘅高中更加適合學生去提早為咗自己入 U 之前去作準備嘅。咁而我哋嘅所有呢一張嘅 diploma 啦，基本上你係可以報晒唔同國家、唔同地方嘅大學，包括咗譬如有加拿大啦、唔同省份啦、本地即係香港啦，甚至乎英國、美國、澳洲好多唔同嘅地方咧，佢哋都係認受 OSSC 呢個 diploma，亦都係可以用呢一個 diploma 去報到大學嘅。咁基本上咧，我哋最大嘅特別之處，OSSC 就係佢哋唔需要考任何公開考試，直接係可以用佢哋喺 Grade 12最好嗰6科嘅成績就可以報到大學噶啦。而呢一個嘅做法咧，其實唔係淨係限於 E-School，基本上就算你係喺當地嘅學生讀 OSSC，都係唔需要考任何公開考試。直接用最好 Grade 12嗰6科成績，咁樣就可以報到大學㗎啦。咁咧頭先都有講啦，我哋最大嘅 advantage 咧就係我哋係冇公開考試啦。咁好多家長就會問啦，冇公開考試，咁有冇一啲係叫做校內考試啊？或者你每一科大概會點樣計分㗎？咁基本上咧，我哋每一科咧就係7成係做功課嘅，3成就係嗰一科嘅考試。咁而且除咗呢樣嘢之外啦，我哋亦都有個叫做 transfer credit 嘅制度啦。因為都知道有啲學生咧，佢哋可能係已經讀完中三，可能而家係中四，甚或乎中五、中六，咁佢哋轉過嚟嘅時候咧，係咪需要由頭讀起咧？就唔係嘅，我哋係可以幫佢將佢讀咗嘅中三、中四，甚或乎中五嘅成績 transfer 過嚟，咁佢就可以讀翻少啲科，同埋可以中途，譬如佢喺香港去讀文科。但係原來佢係想讀商科甚至乎理科，咁喺呢一邊都可以轉翻佢哋嗰個 path 嘅。咁同埋我哋咧係每一班啦，最多都係6個學生嘅啫。咁所以你會見到我哋係比較着重小班教學啦，可以俾老師去 cater 到每個學生佢哋嘅需要咁樣嘅。咁譬如咧，我哋嘅學生啦，就有幾種模式去讀啦。最 common 嘅就係呢兩種，譬如就係呢個啦，呢個學生咧，佢就係同時間讀本地嘅中學，然後咧再讀埋我哋 OSS 呢個課程嘅。咁即係話咧，其實佢係會有兩個 diploma 喺手，咁可以佢就可能係用，即係有啲學生啊，佢哋會選擇可能用 DSE 就報香港嘅大學。用 OSSD 就報可能加拿大啊、英國嘅大學咁都有嘅。咁但係呢個學生咧，其實佢就係大概中五嘅時候啦，佢就轉咗即係叫做同時間去修讀 OSSD 同埋 DSE 啦。咁跟住然之後咧，佢最後咧喺我哋呢一邊嘅成績都 OK 啦。咁所以佢最後都係用咗 OSSD 去報香港啊，甚至乎係其他國家嘅大學嘅。咁佢最後咧，除咗喺香港攞到 Con U offer 之外啦，佢亦都攞到 UT 同埋 Manchester 嘅 offer 嘅。咁仲有呢一個啦，有 part time 就當然有 full time 嘅學生啦。咁呢一個學生咧，其實佢係一個運動員嘅學生嚟嘅。咁佢係菲律賓嘅冰球國家隊嘅運動員啦。咁所以其實佢咧嗰個 schedule 係非常之忙嘅，因為佢又要比賽又要訓練。咁但係因為我哋嘅 class 嘅 schedule 比較 flexible 啦，咁就可以就到佢嘅 training 時間。咁於是咧，佢就係全職讀咗我哋學校啦。咁佢最後咧都係有收到唔同國家嘅 offer 嘅，包括咗譬如有加拿大啦，譬如有 BC 省同埋安省啦，甚或乎咧澳洲咧佢都有收到 offer 嘅。 咁我究竟喺加拿大用 OSSD 報大學有啲咩特別嘅優勢咧？咁咧最大嘅優勢咧就係學生嘅嗰一個身份啦，因為咧只要學生佢係用 OSSD 畢業，無論佢係攞住香港護照又好，邊一個國家嘅護照都好，只要佢係 OSSD 畢業咧，佢就係編為叫做 Group A 嘅學生。咁 Group A 嘅學生有啲咩咁特別咧？就係咧，基本上嗰間學校有7至8成嘅學位都係俾 Group A 嘅學生嘅。而且咧，因為我哋嘅 course 咧比較 flexible 啦，而且我哋係冇 break 啦，冇 summer，咁所以學生如果佢哋係可以讀得快啲嘅，咁其實佢最快就喺2月嘅時候就已經會有 offer 喺手㗎啦。咁就譬如好似俾個例子大家，如果你係香港嘅 passport，但係你係讀 OSSD 嘅，咁你就係 Group A 嘅學生，即係話你就係嗰7至8成嘅學位就係留俾你哋嘅。咁所謂 Group B 係啲乜嘢咧？包括咗譬如係讀 DSE 啦、IB A Level、SAT、深挖附，有啲學生佢哋係揸住加拿大 passport，但係佢哋可能係喺 BC 讀書啊，或者喺 Alberta 讀書啊，咁佢哋想報翻安省嘅大學咧，咁佢哋都係計 Group B 嘅。咁所以你會見到入學嘅渠道咧，就並唔係話睇你 passport，而係睇你讀啲乜嘢嘅diploma 嘅。咁我哋其實過往啦，都有好多唔同嘅學生，佢哋攞咗加拿大甚或乎其他國家嘅一啲嘅 offer 啦。咁我都喺度俾少少大家睇。如果大家想睇更加多嘅話咧，咁都可以去翻我哋嘅 Facebook 啦。因為實在太多 offer 啦，我哋就喺度 show 唔晒出嚟嘅。咁大家有興趣都可以去我哋嘅 Facebook 睇下啦。咁我都摘錄咗少少俾大家睇嘅，譬如有 UT 啊，呢啲就係安省㗎啦。係啦，咁有啲可能係喺 BC 省嘅 SFU 啦。跟住有啲喺Calgary 嘅啦，跟住譬如今日會介紹嘅 KPU 啦、UBC，咁佢哋都係喺 BC 嗰邊嘅。係啦，咁除咗加拿大之外，其實仲有香港啊、英國等等，我哋都會喺晒 Facebook 嗰度會有嘅，咁大家都可以再去睇啦。咁呢一個咧，其實就係我哋咁多年以嚟啦，都有好多唔同嘅學生，佢哋每個人都有唔同嘅 case，有唔同嘅情況。咁咧就係一啲嘅 interview 嚟嘅，咁包括咗有啲可能就係頭先所講嘅運動員啦，有啲可能本身係讀 Band One 學校嘅，咁但係可能 DSE 考得唔好，咁就用另一個方法入翻港大啦。有啲甚或乎咧，其實係已經讀緊大學㗎啦，咁但係就可能因為佢嗰個嗰個 bachelor 嗰個 program 唔啱佢，咁所以佢就想重新再讀嗰個 Grade 12，然之後再報大學都有嘅。嗱，咁大家都可以上網睇翻我哋呢啲 interview 啦。咁其實除咗我哋學校之外咧，我哋學校都有同其他嘅機構合作啦，包括咗就係呢一個呢一個咧，其實係一個教育基金嚟嘅。咁呢一個教育基金咧，其實就係主要會 sponsor 喺一啲運動啊、音樂、藝術甚至乎學業領域方面有卓越表現嘅學生咧，咁我哋就會俾一啲嘅 scholarship 佢啦。咁可能係 sponsor 佢哋讀我哋嘅 program 啊，或者係 sponsor 佢哋去讀大學啊等等呢一啲咁樣嘅渠道，去令到佢哋咧可以實現佢哋去加拿大升學嘅夢想嘅，係啦。咁咧，譬如我哋今年咧就有 sponsor 咗一個學生啦，咁佢就係港隊乒乓球運動員嚟嘅，咁我哋就係 fully sponsor 佢讀晒30個 credit OSSD 嘅課程，咁然之後就係希望幫到佢第時咧，因為佢話佢想去加拿大嗰邊讀心理學，咁都希望到時可以幫到佢用我哋嘅 foundation 啦，咁亦都可以令到佢實現呢個夢想。咁除咗呢個基金之外啦，我哋都有一個咧叫做 Canada Channel 嘅一個升學嘅頻道啦。咁呢一個頻道咧，主要就係介紹翻所有喺加拿大唔同省份，包括咗安省、BC 省、Alberta 同埋唔同嘅，因為加拿大好大嘅，有唔同嘅省份啦，每個省份都有唔同嘅大學啦、校網啦，甚至乎都有唔同嘅收生要求啦，咁樣樣。咁呢一個嘅 channel 咧都好詳細咁樣為大家介紹晒所有嘅關於加拿大嘅資訊嘅，咁大家都可以 download 翻呢個 app 啦，就可以好輕鬆咁就見到晒噶啦。咁其實 download 完呢個 app 之後咧，我哋都會免費送翻一個嘅安省升學指南俾各位家長同埋學生啦，咁你就可以更加詳細咁睇到唔同大學嘅比較同埋佢哋嘅收生要求啦。 咁如果咧大家想知道更加多，或者係想再留意多啲我哋學校嘅資訊啦，包括咗譬如我哋最新有啲咩活動啦，有啲咩講座啦，咁都可以其實 scan 翻我哋呢一個嘅 app 呢個 code 啦，咁咧就可以見到我哋嘅最新資訊。咁而上邊呢一個嘅小冊子 code 咧，咁就係可以 scan 嚟 download 翻我哋學校嘅嗰個小冊子啦，咁都會有更加多嘅詳細資料嘅，包括咗入邊都會有講到有啲咩畢業要求啦，有啲咩科目可以揀啦，甚至乎頭先所講嘅嗰啲 offer 同埋學生例子咧，都喺呢個小冊子度可以見到更加多、更加詳盡嘅一啲學生資料嘅嗱。咁但係如果再想根據翻你小朋友嘅情況，再更加了解嘅話咧，咁都可以 WhatsApp 或者打呢個電話號碼同我聯絡啦。咁我都會同你嘅小朋友去做一個 evaluation 嘅嗱。咁我就將個時間咧交翻俾今日我哋 KPU 嘅代表 Jackie 去同我哋講下究竟 KPU 有啲咩特別嘅要求啦，同埋佢哋嘅唔同嘅科目選擇咁樣嘅。咁我就將個時間交俾 Jackie 啦。
OK，多謝晒你。我知道可能呢個你要做一個 video 俾其他即係譬如係唔係講廣東話嘅同學仔聽，係咪咧
係啊，係啊，係啊，係啊。
？OK，咁我就OK，咁我而家開始咧，我會先用英文嘅，但係如果有啲咩問題咧，隨時可以問我嘅，因為係一個好interactive 嘅presentation，即係你可以 stop me anytime if you have any questions，所以唔係一定要英文啦，或者係啦，廣東話問我都 OK 嘅，冇問題，係啦，OK，大家睇唔睇到我 share 嘅呢個screen 咧？
睇到睇到，thank you。
Okay, Tyler. Okay, so yeah, so can you hear me okay? I'm not sure because I don't have the microphone, so not sure if it's okay.
Yeah，OK。
So perfect. So hi everyone. My name is Jackie. I'm an international students recruiter at KPU International. I'm so happy to be here today. It's a good opportunity for me to share some information about KPU. So this is our plan for today. So I'll be talking about KPU, which is why I'm here today. So moving forward, you can ask me any questions about KPU. So if you have any questions about KPU, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to help. So, KPU. So first of all, I just want to tell you some of the facts about KPU. So we are the teaching focused, hands-on university. So over 20,000 students, and we offer over like more than 140 programs. And we are the third largest university in Metro Vancouver. And then we are an accredited public university. So here at KPU, students can actually learn from hands-on experience, and we are here to help students to graduate with the skills and experience they need for the future career. So why choose KPU? Why KPU? So if I ask student a question like this, which university do you want to attend? Because I saw that Yo-Yo share lots of offer letters from, say, for example, UBC, University of Toronto, and lots of like high-ranking universities. So maybe students would like to choose the university because of its brand name effects or the ranking. Um, was it like that? That's quite common, right? Because ranking is actually quite important for some of the students. But to be honest, it's actually quite crucial for you to consider whether students can get jobs after graduation. So some universities focus maybe only on textbooks, but KPU is different. So I'm going to share more information in that regard. So here at KPU, we have one of the departments, which is called Career Development Center. So students will be able to have lots of chances, lots of opportunities to contacts with my colleagues at this career development center. So say for example, students can join the drop-in section 2 days a week. And then if they would like to talk to my colleague individually, and they can have the in-person virtual career advising appointments as well with my colleagues. So of course, they can send a lot of questions and inquiries to emails, and they will be able to get the response within 2 business days. So we are providing lots of supports to our international students as well. Say, for example, the students will be able to attend the CV resume workshops, and then they can also have the networking workshops. They can also attend this workshops and job fairs as well. So we have lots of supports to help students to be able to find jobs after they graduate. So they will be all job ready. So this is our main purpose for helping students. So moving forward, I have this information for you because Yo-Yo mentioned that about 6 students within the class, if they're attending this Ontario e-school. So at KPU, we have maximum of 35 students per class. So because we believe that the students' performance is directly related to the numbers, to the focus of the teacher. So we have just only 35 students per class. So that way students will be able to collaborate closely to their classmates, of course, and then they will be able to study in their very supportive environment. So maximum 35, but for some of the classes, students told me that they had just only 25 or 10 students or even 5 students for some of the higher level classes. Okay, so KPU. Right. So next, I would like to talk about our location. As I mentioned, we are situated in Metro Vancouver. So do you have any idea about Vancouver before I tell you anything? Or because Ontario is here, right? So Vancouver is a little bit different. So as you can see here, we have mountains, of course, we have lots of mountains. So in front of us, and then behind the city. And on tops of those mountains, I mean, you can ski, snowboard, and then on the left-hand side, and then we have the ocean. So one thing about Vancouver is that you can actually go to mountains. You could go to ski in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you could go to English Bay. So everything within the same day. So it's a very, very good location. It's one of the mildest climates in Canada. So we have laid-back lifestyle as well. So I would say this is a very comfortable city for students to study. So yeah, I hope you can choose that city. I love the city a lot. I've been living here for about 15 years. So I've never considered to move to another province. I'm so sorry to say that, but yeah, so this is a very good city to live in. And so far, do you have any questions? I'd like to answer questions if you have any. Just stop me anytime you want. Okay. So 5 campuses. So KPU has 5 campuses. So all 5 campuses are connected by public transportations and KPU shuttles. So it's really convenient for students to travel from one campus to another. But actually, students don't need to, I mean, undergraduate students don't need to travel that far as because the majority of our undergraduate courses are delivered at our Richmond campus or the KPU Surrey campus. So they just need to travel between two campuses. They don't need to actually go to Civic Plaza, the Coventry campus or the Langley campus. But if they want to choose Langley campus, of course they can do it. But for most of the time, I mean, students just need to travel between Richmond campus and the Surrey campus. Okay. So faculties. So I don't know if we have any domestic students. Say, for example, if you're Canadian or if you are a PR students, permanent resident students, you might be able to choose some of the nursing programs or the trade programs. However, for our international students, not all the faculties are available for them. So today I just want to focus on some of the faculties that might be suitable for our international students. But if you are a domestic student, just let me know or let Yo-Yo know because I'll be sharing some of the contact information to you so that you can contact our domestic recruitment team. So yeah, so we have faculties. So to begin with, I'm going to talk about the academic and career advancement faculty. So, so this faculty is actually for students who do not meet our language requirement. Say, for example, some of the students are struggling to meet our language requirement, and then they can be placed into different language pathway levels according to their English test results, of course. And then they can study here at KPU for the language courses and complete all the pathway levels before they move on to the next level to continue their undergraduate studies. Yeah, so and then next, business. Um, Business faculty, the School of Business is very popular, and if students are interested in our business programs at KPU, I would suggest that students can actually apply for our business programs as soon as possible. Yeah, so say for example, Computer Information Systems program, which is a 2-year diploma program. Student will be able to graduate in 2 years. And if students are interested in our bachelor's in information technology program, they will need to complete the program in 4 years. So those two programs are very popular and we do not take lots of students every year. So it would be great if students can plan ahead to see if they have any mathematics at high school because if you would like to specialize in information technology or computer information systems, you will need to choose mathematics when you're doing high school. So this is crucial and so important to know about that. And then we have bachelor's in accounting programs as well. And it's a 4 years program, of course. So it has about 120 credits for all the bachelor's degrees. So for most of our business programs, we have co-op opportunities for our international students or domestic students. So what does mean by co-op? So I will tell you a little bit more about this later on, but I'll briefly tell you a little bit about co-op. So simply, I mean, technically students can actually and earn credit and earn money together. So they can get some credits during the time when they're working, and also they can earn some money as well. So co-op is actually a very good program for students because if they want to be job ready, it would be great for them to gain some working experience before they graduate. So for most of our business programs, we do have these opportunities. We do have these opportunities for our students. And of course, they can also go to the Career Development Center and ask for help and assistance if they want. So yeah, so both options are also available for our students. Okay. Um, okay, so Faculty of Arts. It's actually quite interesting to know that lots of students from Hong Kong are interested in psychology. So that's why I would like to focus a little bit on our psychology program today. So let's move on a little bit because we have lots of programs at our Faculty of Arts. But today I just have to probably have 20 or 25 minutes to talk about all the programs. So first of all, I just want to focus on the psychology program, and hopefully this is the information you would like to know. So here at KPU, our psychology program has three specializations. So the first one is Bachelor's of Arts, major in psychology. And the second one is Bachelor's of Science in Psychology and Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology. So I'm going to talk about the first one first. Yeah, so first thing first, a Bachelor's of Arts major in Psychology. So as the KPU's flagship program, I would say flagship program. So the Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology is very, very flexible. So what does mean by this? It allows students to choose course from different content areas of psychology, social science, humanities, and other disciplines. So students can actually choose from psychology, social science to humanities, so lots of options for them. So because of the program's flexibility, so students have the opportunity to choose their degree specialization afterward. And then the Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology emphasize on job skills and research skills. So some of the students told me that, oh, hey, Jackie, I just want to apply for the master degree after that. So which specialization I can choose in order to pursue my dream as the master students. I said, well, it's actually quite good for you to choose the Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology honors because it comes with the research proposals for students to finish. So let's talk about the Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology. So yeah, as I mentioned, so it emphasizes on job skills and research skills. So it gives students a taste of the graduate school. So graduate school is master programs. Okay, so experience, so graduate school experience maybe all about because probably some of the students they have no idea about the graduate school before they actually start the programs. So by doing that Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology, they will be able to have a little bit of experience about how it may be all about. So it's more challenging. I would say it's definitely more challenging than the Bachelor's of Arts in Psychology because that one is very flexible, but this one here is a little bit more difficult than the first one that I just mentioned about. And then finally, we have the Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. So this one is ideal for students who are interested in health science and neuroscience. So if they're very interested in neuroscience, health science, that kinds of things, so this specialization is very suitable for them. Do you have any other questions, or do you have any questions? So far, so good. Great. So yeah, so if students would like to choose the Bachelor's of Science in Psychology or Bachelor's of Applied Arts in Psychology, they will have to, I mean, it's a must, right? So they will have to do the practicum before they graduate. And they also have the opportunity to focus on the research projects. That means the honors degree. So that way they will be able to apply for master degrees after they graduate. I also list all the career opportunities for each program as well, so that students will be able to dive in a little bit more about which program might be the best choice for them. Okay. So so the next program I would like to talk about is criminology. So this is the 4 years, 120 credits program. So why criminology as KPU? So speaking of the size of the programs, we have just only 35 students in the lower level courses. Some upper level courses are limited to 25 students. So as I mentioned, one of the students told me that he had just only 5 students in his class. So it's like a VIP classroom, isn't it? So students will be able to get lots of supports from their instructors. And also our instructors can remember all the students' name. So that's very important because for some of the big size class with, say, for example, 200 students, students won't be able to ask any questions if they're very shy. So here as KPU, they can ask questions easily, and because their instructors are very supportive within this types of like small size class. And then tuition fee. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention lots about our tuition fee. So our tuition fee is 94,000 Canadian dollars, but it's for 4 years. Please do not be panic. It's not the tuition for 1 year. It's the tuition fee for 4 years. So basically, it costs about 23,000, roughly about that, like every year annually. So yeah, so tuition fee is actually quite reasonable here at KPU. So students will also have the opportunity to do co-op. As I mentioned, co-op is very important for students to gain some working experience before they graduate. And then this is the things I really want to mention about is that students within this criminology program, they will have to take this CRIM 4800 course. This is what we call the practicum in criminology and justice. So the practicum is offered every spring semester, say for example from January to April, and it's aimed for students who are in the final year of the Bachelor's of Arts in Criminology. So I have chosen some of the practicums opportunities as examples. So students will have the chance to work in the victim services, or they can have the opportunities to find the jobs, do the practicums in the law firms, and then they can do youth serving agencies, and they can be the crime preventions as well. So there are lots of opportunities for our students. So here is a very basic definitions of criminology. So students can actually study criminology and justice, and then they can learn about the causes and prevention of crime and other social harms, as well as explore possible solutions to this problem. So it's a very good program. So if you're very interested in this specific field, I recommend this program for you. Yeah, so this is one of our most famous and popular programs at KPU. Um, I have mentioned a lot of bachelor's degrees, so now it's time to talk about our diploma programs as well. The reason why we have the word like Polytechnic um, in our name is because um, we do focus on hands-on experience learning. So students will be able to learn lots of practical programs at KPU. So here we have got some diploma programs. So the entertainment arts programs, we have three advanced diploma programs here. The first one is advanced 3D animation, virtual production, and advanced game development programs. So, if students are interested in those programs, they will have to provide us with portfolios. But you don't need to worry about anything because some of the students might think that, oh, my portfolios were just too weak. They're just too weak. I'm not sure if I can get in to those programs. You don't need to worry about anything like that because for entertainment arts program, we have the free pre-assessment service for our students. So if students have their portfolios ready and they're not sure if their portfolios are weak or strong and they're not sure about anything like that, we can provide students with our free pre-assessment service. So that we will have the faculty members and instructors to check all the portfolios for our students before they submit their applications. So if students have zero background, like they don't have any foundations and they have no idea how to prepare their portfolios, and we have this foundation in entertainment arts as well. So for students maybe who have very weak portfolios and they're not ready yet for their advanced diploma programs, and then they can spend a year to study a little bit more before they actually move on to the advanced, say for example, game development program. So Business School of Design, I'm not sure if you have ever heard about Lululemon. This is a very famous brand in Canada. I think it's all over the world now. So Mr. Wilson is the founder of Lululemon, and he actually invests quite lots of money for us to build this Wilson School of Design. So that's why we name our School of Design after him. So like Wilson School of Design. So we have some bachelor's degrees, and the first one is fashion and technology, and the second one is graphic design for marketing, and then we have interior design and product design. So four programs are bachelor's programs. And then of course, we have fashion marketing, but this is a 2-year diploma program. So, if you are an international student, you have to think about the open work permit eligibility of the program. So, yeah, so if you're very interested in our School of Design, and then probably you can consider our bachelor's programs. So, today I'm going to talk about the Bachelor's of Design Product Design program. So this program students will need to complete 120 credits within 4 years, of course. And then this is the total amount of our tuition fee. So I found quite a lot of career opportunities for graduates actually. So some of our graduates, like say for example, who did the product design programs, and they had to find jobs in different fields. Say for example, some of them have become the furniture designer, and then some of them have chosen packaging designer as their career, as their occupation. So now they are creating innovative packages that will keep products saved while matching companies' brand aesthetics. So that's very exciting jobs, isn't it? So that's why actually quite lots of students are interested in our product design program. And so as for students who are interested in this program, they will also need to provide us with the portfolio. It's actually quite different because, as I mentioned, we have the pre-assessment for our entertainment arts program. But however, for our School of Design, I'm afraid it's actually not be possible to have the pre-assessment service, but I will have to contact with the program coordinator at our School of Design, and that way students might have the chance to talk to her and ask questions about how to prepare their portfolios. So yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas about product designs and if you don't know how to prepare your portfolios for product design and if you would like to apply for this program, just let me know. I'll try my best to talk to the program coordinator to see if we can schedule a meeting so that students will be able to ask questions regarding portfolios preparations. So moving forward, we have that Faculty of Science and Horticulture. Yep, so actually I quite understand that some of the students would like to apply for, say, for example, engineering bachelor's program at UBC or SFU or UWIC or University of Toronto. But I just want to focus on our BC universities. So if students are very interested in engineering program, and they can apply for this engineering first year program at KPU because after they complete this program, say for example, after completing engineering year one certificates at KPU, and students will be able to have the block transfer to UBC, SFU, or UWIC, University of Victoria in BC. So this program is actually quite flexible for students. If they would like to apply for UBC, of course, they can do it. But if they do not meet the requirements, and then they can go to any other universities. And of course, they can stay here at KPU for our physics for modern technology bachelor's degree. So yeah, so you can consider about this if you are very interested in engineering, but you're not sure if it's a right fit for you and you just want to have a try to see if it works. And then maybe you can choose this 1 year certificate and then do the block transfer to UBC, SFU or UWIC, or you can stay here at KPU to continue your bachelor's studies for this physics for modern technology program. I would like to talk about the diploma in horticulture technology, which is a diploma, like 2 year diploma program. Some of the students told me that, oh, hey, Jackie, I just don't want to spend 4 years for a bachelor's degree because it would be very expensive. I just want to study a 2 year diploma program. Maybe I will just probably continue my bachelor's programs after I got my PR status. Some of the students have some ideas like that. So I totally understand. It's totally understandable. So for this program, we have three specializations. So we have landscape horticulture systems, and then we have sustainable products horticulture, and then we have turf management. Turf management is very popular because graduates will be able to have very high paid jobs after graduation. So say for example, this is the statistics that I found 2 years ago, so it's a little bit outdated, but I'm pretty sure that graduates will be able to find jobs with their salary higher than this because those statistics were found like say for example 2 years ago. So yeah, so some of our graduates they got jobs after graduations, and then they got jobs, say for example, for about 35, 36 Canadian dollars per hour. Yeah, is not bad, isn't it? Because for some of the graduates they can only get, I mean, 25 an hour. But as for this major, and they will be able to get, say, for example, $35 to $36 per hour. Of course, it depends on their experience and their capabilities as well. Um, so Faculty of Health. So as far as I know, international students are very passionate about healthcare programs. So that's why I put it to the end. I just want to keep you stay here until I finish. So yeah, so I know that lots of international students are very interested in our acupuncture program. So here is the information of our traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture program. Oh, I forgot to mention about that. So healthcare assistant program is a 1 year certificate program, which is not available in 2025. I'm afraid that students won't be able to apply for it in 2025, international students. But if you're domestic students, you're more than welcome to contact our domestic team to see if there's any availabilities for this program. Um, so yeah, so traditional Chinese medicine program is open to our international students. So tuition fee is $67,000 for diploma, and then about 100,000 for 4 years for our bachelor's program. So if students would like to study this diploma in traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture programs, they will need to focus on acupuncture. So if they would like to study for the bachelor's in traditional Chinese medicine, they not only need to study acupuncture, but also the herbology as well. So in the future, they will have the chance to take the licensing exam and become a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. So the good thing about the acupuncture program at KPU is that we have the student acupuncture clinic on campus. So on the KPU Richmond campus, we have this student acupuncture clinic. So which means that our students can have the chance to do practicums. And of course, they are all supervised by the instructors who are certified practitioners, acupuncturists, or the doctor of TCM. So students, they don't need to worry about anything because they'll be supervised. So, but after they graduate, and they'll be able to they were able to actually work in the clinics because they're all job ready. We have the student acupuncture clinic here at KPU so that students will be able to do a lot of practicums during the time when they're studying. So everything is actually quite hands-on. So And I also found some salary information as well using the Indeed.com, and you can also do it. Again, those statistics were found 2 years ago in 2022. So now will be a little bit different, but I'm pretty sure it's higher than that. So for acupuncturist, like experienced acupuncturists, of course, they'll be able to earn, say, for example, from 60,000 to 90,000 annually. And some of their acupuncturists, and if they're doing part-times only, and then they can earn, say, for example, from 100 to $130 per hour. So it's a very high paid job. I still remember I made a joke with my manager about 3 years ago. I was like, "Oh, hey Rita, is it possible for me to to study this program and then I come back to my position?" And then she said, "No." The reason why I asked about that was because I kind of knew that this will be a very high paid job. So being as an acupuncturist. It's not bad at all. So it's a very good job, and especially in Vancouver, where has a lot of job opportunities for our acupuncturist. Yeah. So our life as a KPU students. So we have a lots of in-person events, activities, to create a social dynamic lifestyle for our international students. So, of course, we have our activities, we have KPU activities for our domestic students, and then we also have some of the activities and events for our international students only. So, yeah, all the activities are very fun, and lots of international students love that our activities. Yeah, so basically that's all the information I would like to share today. So do you have any questions? Um, if you have any questions, I'll be able to yeah, I'm more than happy to answer, and just want to make sure that everyone is okay and um before before I wrap up everything. So
Yeah, so if you have any questions, just type in the chat box or Q&A session.
lovely. Yeah, I can see that one person raised his hand or her hand.
Yeah, I think, okay. So can you type your questions in the chat room, or should I see?
Or um I'm not sure if it's possible to just allow people to speak, or is it easier, or
I think there is a
I mean,
question in the Q&A.
oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just probably give you more time to organize a little bit about the questions, and then I'll be able to check the questions and answer your questions. So um yeah, no rush. Just let me know when you're ready. Um yeah.
There is a question in the
Oh,
Q&A.
there's a question. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't see it. Okay, hi Jackie, thank you for sharing. Um It was useful. Oh, thank you very much. So I have a question which is, if I'm missing some subject prerequisites, can I take some courses from, um, well, For some of the programs at KPU, we do require students to have prerequisites. Say, for example, engineering year one certificates. Um, Students will need to provide us with the physics, chemistry, and mathematics. If students do not have any of those prerequisite subjects, say for example from their high schools in Hong Kong, and then they can definitely do that. They can definitely provide us with their official transcripts from Ontario Ministry of Education. And then we can definitely take it. So honestly, I have some students are using Ontario high school transcripts to apply for KPU. So it's acceptable as long as the transcripts is sent directly from the Ministry of Education. It should be fine. Did I answer your question? Just let me know. And I'm taking DSE right now. Is there a possibility that I don't have to do IELTS? Yeah. So if you take, say, for example, Ontario, a high school, it's called ENGQ for you. Is it ENG for you? Yo-yo, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so
ENG for you, yes.
yeah, if you have that, subject, if you have done that, and then we can definitely take it, and it can be used to replace the IELTS. But you will need to have like C plus. So because in BC we have English 12, so what we need to have is C plus from students. So if the score from Ontario is equivalent to English 12 C plus, it will be totally fine. That way you don't need to take any IELTS. Like I said, you have to order the transcripts directly from the Ministry of Education. Um, and the admissions team at KPU will be able to accept that. Yeah, that's possible. Perfect. Um, did I answer your question? Oh, thank you. Yeah, perfect. So happy to see that all the attendees are still here after this long presentation because um, I worried that my presentation would be a little bit boring. So thank you so much for staying and thank you so much for asking questions after all this. So highly appreciate it. Yeah, I just probably wait for another 30 or more minutes
Yeah.
to see if there more questions will be coming. So I'll be here. I'll be here until 12 a.m. So here is 11:34 p.m. But it's okay, no worries. Just take your time to think about what kinds of questions that you would like to ask. And then yeah, and then I'll be here. So no rush.
I think there is another questions.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Sorry. So hi Jackie, may I know how to apply for the residency and work surprise? Um, this is a very, very good question. Um, so at KPU, we do not have students residence at this moment. Um, The reason is because all of our 5 campuses are located in different city centers. Say, for example, our Surrey campus is actually quite convenient for students to access to the public transportations or supermarkets or restaurants, and Richmond campus as well. So all of our campuses locations are very convenient for our students. So I mean, for the past 30 more years, we have never thought about to build students' residence. Um, but everything is planned, so I'm pretty sure that maybe after um 5 to 10 years we'll be able to have our KPU residence. But at this moment, I'm afraid that we do not provide students accommodations. But you can definitely find other options. Say, for example, you can share the flats, you can share apartments with your friends or with your classmates, or you can choose homestay services that are providing homestay accommodations for international students. Um, yeah, and then we have some information about private students accommodation services in Vancouver, and I can definitely share the link to you here. Just give me one more second. Um, and then if you're interested in getting more information regarding how to apply for accommodation in Vancouver, you can check this link that I'm sending you here. Just give me one more second. I'm just getting this link ready so that I'll be able to share it with you. Just give me one second. Okay. So shall I just type it here, or just give me one second? Oh no. Okay, okay, here I found it. So I'm going to type it here. I'm not sure if you can see the link that I shared. Um, it's all about the students' accommodation in Vancouver. So if you want to have some information regarding how to find accommodation in Vancouver, that link comes with all the instructions. So that would be very helpful. I hope it helps. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yo-Yo. Thanks. Um, yeah. So let me see if there. Oh, thank you. I'm happy that I answered your question. Thank you so much. Um, yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll have 5 more minutes for student to ask your questions. And if you have any question afterwards, you can WhatsApp me and then I will share it with Jackie.
Yeah, of course. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Yeah. So you don't have to um ask questions at this moment because probably you need some time to digest a little bit about all the information I mentioned. So later on, if you have more questions, please reach out to Yo-Yo because she has my direct contacts. So that way she can pass all the questions to me and I'll be able to answer.
Yeah, so 5 more minutes for students to ask your questions if you have any. So I think some of them just left. So if you don't have any questions, you can just leave the Zoom. But if you are still thinking of some questions, you can stay and ask if you have any questions. So I don't see any more questions. So I think that will be the end of our webinar today. So thank you so
Thank you.
much, Jackie, for your time
Thank you.
and
Thank
your
you for having me today. So it's a
yeah.
good opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So if they have any questions, I will just contact you wherever.
Okay, lovely. So thank you for everyone, and thank you, Yo-Yo, especially. And yeah, thank you so much for your support.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Good
Thank
night.
you. Bye.
Bye.